What's up, Broke Ass Nation? Today is just going to be a short video, a little bit of an update on the 300ZX LS swap project. Just wanted to show you guys where we're at with it and show you some of the fitment of some of the LOJ stuff and just any things we've got going on with it. So let's go ahead and take a look. Alright, so there it is. Most of it's together. I mean, we're really close right now. I got the alternator on here. I've got the power steering pump and the pulley. I've got all the pulleys on here. Got the headers on there. You can see that one. Yeah. Coil packs. I've got most of the wiring all hooked up for the Holley system. Here's the heater core lines. So I found this to be a pretty good spot to mount this LOJ bypass block. There's a hole that goes through right here. I think there's just a plastic clip that's in it to start with. So really good spot for that. Helps hold the wire or the hoses out of the way. I wish this looked a little bit better, but yeah, it is what it is. We still got to get the radiator in here, but been having a lot of problems with that because what I decided to do was to get a radiator meant for a 300ZX, which I got this off a Concept Z Performance. I'll leave a link to them. Really good for Nissan parts in general. But I went with that because I figured it would fit in here good and that it would be, I wouldn't have to worry about screwing with a bunch of stuff to, you know, put it in here. But the big problem is the spout comes out right here and then we have to go right here. So yeah, but we finally got that figured out. I got some of the stainless steel flexible hose from Jegs. Or sorry, not Jegs, Summit. Yeah, I don't know if it's how well it's gonna work. I hope it don't leak, but it's got some good reviews, but it also has some bad reviews for leaks. So hopefully we don't have that problem because I really don't know what else. You know, it's really hard to find something that's that short, and I mean this is almost kind of needs to angle back. It's just a real pain. But I'm going to use the hard line from the old radiator. Sorry, couldn't find it. There it is. That goes on the bottom. And then it's going to come around and come up to here and meet with this. I am going to have to cut that hard pipe though. Trim it down a little bit so that way it don't stick too far up here. So we'll see how that goes. I'd say the header fitment's pretty good though. Ignore that wire, that's not going to be there. These are the Cook's headers from LOJ. This one is an absolute bitch. So it's kind of hard to see, but the steering linkage has to go straight through there. Yeah. What we ended up doing was taking the knuckle off at the bottom, just leaving it off because you have to take it off to put the motor in there anyway. But we completely took that off the whole shaft, and that gave us just enough room to put it through there, get the header in, and then put it through there. And then you need to widen that knuckle piece a little bit, and then it'll slide right back on. Just tighten it back down. We did move the motor that way a little bit more because of the clearancing in this area. You couldn't really get the header up in there. There's the driver's side down here. So this is where I ended up mounting this oil filter relocator. There's actually a hole right there that holds that power steering return line. I just mounted it in there with that. Really, it kind of sucked because they want you to mount it up here on the head because this is meant to be used without using the Corvette accessories. So I was gonna mount it like right there, like I talked about before, but I didn't want to have to change out these hoses or try to get somebody to shorten them or try to shorten them myself. Because honestly, the AN stuff is just kind of a pain in the ass. So yeah, and it would have been, these were all over the place. They would have been hitting the sway bar there or up into the radiator back here. So yeah, I just decided to mount it there. It seems really secure just even with that one bolt. If it does become a problem, I will probably just put a self-tapper in that other hole back there. I just really would rather not put any more holes than I need to into the frame. There is the power steering line for the Corvette power steering, the LOJ conversion line. It goes back in there and it fits on the rack perfectly, so that's good. Let's see here. Trying to think. I mean, that's just some of the stuff on this side just to see. I gotta figure out what to do with these wiring right here. So one thing I had to do, because I'm running the Corvette accessories and the alternator was kind of trampling the fuse box that was right there, is I had to relocate it to right down here. And this isn't hard to do. All you gotta do is pop all the ends out, which are just, you can do with a screwdriver, and then feed it through right there where the factory intake would go. I actually ended up putting a self tapper in up there. The zip tie is just added precaution in case something would fail in there. And then there's just some of the extra wiring I zip tied up there. One of the other things I still have to do is run this power steering line right there. I'm kind of waiting until the radiator's in here. That way I can take advantage of these spots up here. That way I can just run it along the top of the radiator and then over to there. But it's all coming together. I got the throttle cable mounted. And like I said, I got most of the wiring on. I am going to be adding a fuel pressure sending unit thing onto this fuel rail. I haven't decided if I'm going to add it into there or if I'm going to add it over here. Probably over here because there's, you know, more room. Some of this wiring I just really don't know what to do with. I am going to try to clean it up a little bit better. I mean, obviously, I don't know why that's sticking way up there right now. But, yeah, we're going to try to get that settled. But, really, my big thing is I'm just trying to get it started. So, there's my starter there was the clearance thing I had to do. It fits perfectly. I did smack it out a little bit more just to be on the safe side before I mounted it up in there. One thing that does kind of suck is routing your clutch line. So I kind of routed it over top of the starter there. There's really no good way because these headers are kind of in the way. So there's the mid pipes from Cook's. Well, from LOJ, made by Cook's. Mine connects to 2.5 inch catback. That's what was on my car already. So that's what we're gonna go with, and we're gonna see what it sounds like. Another thing is there's the drive shaft, fit perfectly. That was also by LOJ. I got the shifter in. I'll show you a better view from the top. Don't forget before you get all this shit in here to put your shifter on, because I kind of did. So let me tell you, it's kind of hell trying to get up in there and put that shifter on there and attach the linkage and everything. So there's the shifter up in there. Looks to be in about the same spot as the other one was, so that's good. Here's this mess of wiring that I haven't really done anything with. I just got it fed through there. Now to get to this spot, you have to take out the AC evaporator, which is this right here. Now online they acted like this was way harder to get out than it was. I literally just unplugged the shit that was right there, took a bolt out up there, took 2 bolts out down there, or nuts, whatever. I think they were nuts. I had to take off a few things like to get to this, but it really wasn't that bad. And I think there's like a nut on the outside maybe on that part, up in the engine bay. But then I basically just kind of slowly pried it out, and here we are. I think I'm probably gonna pop it open and tear out all that AC stuff because I don't need it. But I am pretty sure you need this for your duct work. I'm not 100% on that, so we'll kind of see on that one. Alright, so I think that's everything I wanted to go over. I'm not 100% sure, can't really remember. But as you see, we are very, very close. And don't worry, I do have an electric fan for that radiator. I just don't have it on it because I kind of want to get all this situated better first to make sure everything's going to fit right. I'm also waiting on some different lower conversion mounts. So something I found out about these cars is the NA and the twin turbo have different radiators. Yeah. The biggest difference that I seen was that the mounting holes, the slots they go down in, are in different spots. Other than that, to me, they seem like the same damn radiator. I had to get a twin turbo one because they really don't have much aftermarket availability for the NA ones. So twin turbo one. So the bracket I have right now, I don't like it. It makes the radiator set up higher than what it should in the engine bay. And we're already, you know, really close on room here. We also have to figure out where the air intake's gonna go. It's honestly really looking like we may not be able to run a hood, or I might have to get some major cutting going on. I don't know yet. We got to get everything in here. We were thinking if we have the room, we're gonna raise these hood pins here and put like a block on it. That way it'll keep the hood raised a little bit, and we'll kind of get some more airflow in here too. Yeah, I don't know. We're getting down to the point where it's a lot of itty bitty little things here and there. But one thing I do want to say is I do like a lot of these LOJ parts. The exhaust, perfect. I mean, it makes everything fit just the way it's supposed to. You can even use your old cat back. I mean, that's great. Don't have to buy more exhaust or try to make more. Perfect. The oil filter relocator, that's the only thing I think I kind of have an issue with. I feel like they should have an option when it comes to that, where you can say, hey, I'm going to be using, you know, Nissan stuff, or hey, I'm going to be using Corvette stuff, or whatever your accessory drive is going to be. That way they can like tailor those lines and like give you a different bracket or something and a new place to put it. You know, that's the only thing with that, I would say. But I mean, everything on it's quality. So yeah, well, I mean, hopefully it don't leak. I don't see why it would. I don't see why I'd have an issue with it being mounted where it is. Let's see. Trying to think of what other LOJ parts are on here. Like I said, the headers are really nice. The fuel, doing the fuel there, that was nice and simple, made it easy. It's nice that the shifter bracket too makes it fit right where it's supposed to. So all in all, I would say the LOJ parts are definitely worth the money. At least so far. I mean, if my opinion changes later on after we get this thing going, I'll let you know. But like I said, we're really close. I'm kind of fighting some issues with the Holley stuff right now. I unfortunately did not get that brand new. I probably should have, but I'm trying to be cheap. So I got it used, and apparently I didn't get all the stuff with it. So I had to order the touchscreen, which you have to do for the initial startup. I also had to order wideband, the O2 sensor harness, which is absolutely stupid to me. Is they want you to use this specific Bosch sensor, and that's what comes in the kit. They want you to use that. But the connector on the main harness is not that for that connector, but that's what the sensor they want you to use. So you have to have a harness or adapter harness to connect those two, which is stupid. And since I didn't have it because, you know, it didn't get put in there with all the stuff, that was like another $40. Yeah, great, lovely. So yeah, I'm just fighting a few things on it, and you know, that's all my fault because I got something that was used. So what do you expect? But we're getting there. Hopefully we'll fire it up soon. I can't wait to see what it sounds like, and I'm sure you guys can either. I can't wait to drive it too. Yeah. So until next time, keep off those jack stands and stay broke, folks. On behalf of all of us here at Broke Ass Motorsports Ohio, we'd like to thank you for watching our video. If you enjoyed our video, please let us know by leaving a like or comment on our video. If you're new and would like to stay up to date on things, please subscribe or follow us on our social medias. The links to those will be in the description down below.